Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Jeremy aka Uzaru Jarambe back again with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Today we're going to be taking on the Future Saga category of Super Battle Road. Now before we jump straight into it, I'm going to do a quick unit breakdown to help any of you that need help with team builds. If you don't need help with that, I've got a timestamp down in the description below. You can go ahead and click on that and jump straight into it. So anyway, when we're talking about units for bringing into Super Battle Road, there are 4 categories that I like to talk about. Lead units, stun units, seal units, and tanking units. So first category going to be the lead units. You've got 3 to choose from. The first one being the obvious one is going to be the physical Future Gohan. He's a Future Saga category lead, Ki plus 3, HP 130%, attack and defense 170%. And also, he will fit into one of the categories later on being the tank units, but we'll talk about that more here in a second. The second unit you're going to be able to use for a lead is going to be the Transforming Int Goku Black. He's a Time Traveler's lead with Ki plus 3, HP attack and defense 150%. Now, the reason you can use a Time Traveler's lead for this is because any unit that has Future Saga category will also have Time Traveler's category. So that doesn't work vice versa. You won't be able to bring in all Time Traveler's units, but if that makes sense, all of your Future Saga category units will be able to benefit from the Time Traveler's boost. So anyway, Int Goku Black also has a transformation, which is really helpful as well. If you have him, you can use any of these units for lead units. You can also use them as a regular unit on a team if you have multiple of them. But anyway, final unit where you're going to be able to use for a lead unit is going to be the LR Trunks and Mai. Also a Time Traveler's category lead, Ki plus 4, HP attack and defense 130%. Now, although they have the lowest percentage of HP attack and defense boost that you can get out of these 3 leads, I prefer to bring these guys in. If you don't have them, at least bring one in for your friend unit. The reason I say this is because they have an interesting and very useful passive that helps out with this event specifically, which is they have a high chance to evade Future Saga category enemies' regular and super attacks. So even if you don't have hidden potential invested in these guys, and no evasion, hidden potential built in, they will still be evading attacks on a couple of the stages because you're going to have the first and the third stage are going to be Future Saga category enemies. So anyway, really helpful there. And then another reason why I like to bring them in, it leads us into our second category being the stun category. LR Trunks and Mai is going to be the first of 2 units that has a chance to stun. With these guys, they have a medium chance to stun with their ultra and regular super attacks. So really good there. I find that this team is very reliant, or at least when I run through it, it's very reliant on being able to stun lock your enemies. The longer your enemies are stun locked for more rotations, obviously less damage you're going to take, less items you're going to need to use. The closer you can get to a Dokkan attack, more damage you can get out in general. Really helpful. Anyway, second unit you're going to be able to bring in for stun is going to be the AGL Mai. Once she gets Dokkan Awakened, she has a great chance to stun enemies, which is one of the best chances of any character to stun. So, with that, it is not a guaranteed stun, but it is still a really good chance. Now, if you do have the LR Trunks in mind, you bring them in for a lead, you bring in the friend unit for a lead, and then you bring in the AGL Mai, you've got 3 units that can stun, and usually you can keep the enemy stun locked quite a bit. Now, it is RNG, as we all know, so some of the times you're going to run through it, and the stuns aren't going to be going off at all, and it's going to be really frustrating, but it's been taking me a few times already to try this. Hopefully today will be the one that'll RNG will be with me and I can get the stuns off. But anyway, really helpful there. Third category is going to be the sealing units. For Future Saga, there are actually no units that can seal super attacks. So that's another reason why the stun mechanic is really useful for this, because you don't want to be taking any super attacks if possible. So, final category is going to be tanking units. And when I'm talking tanking units, obviously there are people with passives that have attack and defense plus a certain percentage boost, but when I'm talking tanking units, I'm talking about damage reduction built into their passives. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. First is going to be the Strength Super Saiyan Rage Trunks. He has minus 40% to damage received. So that's what I'm talking about the damage reduction skills and the passive. Whenever you get hit with an attack, you can already knock off 40% of that damage no matter what. So that's why I like these guys. Also, another thing is if you pop an Icarus or a Whis and you get an extra, certain percentage of damage reduction, you're sitting up at about somewhere around 70% damage reduction with this guy, and it's really awesome. You can take type disadvantage super attacks, and you can still tank them better than regular units that have advantage against the enemy taking the attack, if that makes sense. So anyway, second unit to be able to tank is going to be Zamasu. He's also going to have the 40% damage reduction built into his passive as well. So him and the Rage Trunks, I'm going to bring both of them in because obviously one of the biggest things you need to know is surviving Super Battle Road is not only dealing a lot of damage, but being able to tank and soak up a lot of that damage as well. Survivability is key. So, final unit we're going to be able to use for tanking unit, and we talked about him a little bit earlier, is going to be the Physical Future Gohan. So he starts out with a 10% damage reduction, and then at the start of every turn he goes up another 10%, up to 50%. So in 5 turns you'll be able to get him up to 50% damage reduced, and it's really helpful. However, I'm not going to bring him in because he starts at that 10%, and really, you know, if you take a type disadvantage super attack during one of those turns, it can really hurt you. Whereas the other two guys, they start out at that 40%. If you want to bring in the Physical Future Gohan, you're more than welcome to do that. This is just my opinion. But anyway, those are all the units. Hopefully you have some of these guys. Hopefully that helps you out. But with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump on over here. Super Battle Road. You can see the 4 support items that I like to bring in. There are some more that you can use, but these are the ones that I prefer. And I'll also post on the right side of the screen the enemies that you'll be facing. There are 3 stages here, so you know kind of what you can expect. So anyway, I've done this one a few times already, and I know that we're going to have to pop a support item right out the gate here, because these guys can deal a decent chunk of damage. Luckily, we have both of the tanks on the first rotation, so we should be able to soak up a decent chunk of damage there. And then once we get into the next rotation, hopefully we'll get a couple of stunners, and we're going to try to get these guys stun locked. And once we get into that groove, as long as our characters and RNG want to work for us the way that they should, then we'll be able to get these guys defeated pretty quick. And these first 2 units aren't going to be dealing a lot of damage, as you can see. We are taking a type disadvantage super attack right out the gate. 57,000, not bad for a type disadvantage. If you've played Super Battle Road before, you know 57,000 on a type disadvantage for a super attack is not bad at all. And we're going to go ahead and just get a little bit of damage off there, nothing too crazy. But these guys are both taking only double digits other than the super attacks, which is really nice. Alright, and Vegeta is going to take a type advantage super attack. And as you can see, he took more damage than that Zamasu did. So yeah, that Zamasu proving his worth already there. And the Zamasu does heal a little bit as well. Nothing too crazy, but any little bit helps. We'll go ahead and try to get the stun off on him, see if we can get some extra damage. Try to get her stunned and get that stun lock going. And then that LR Vegito will be the main damage dealer. So again, with the 12 and 18 key super, medium chance, and we're not going to get the stun. We get a decent chunk of damage there, but no stun. We're only taking double digits from them, and there you can see, there you go. So you can see the passive on them, because these guys are Future Saga enemies. That evade is already built in with no hidden potential investments. That's really nice. And we got the stun off on Android 18. Really good there. Our main concern is trying to get that Android 18. Got an extra little evade there, not too bad. That Android 18, we want to keep her stunned as much as possible, because if you're using the same team as I am, you've got 4 strength units, and if she attacks one of them, it could be a really bad day, because she could deal a good chunk of damage. Whereas that Android 17, we're not as worried about him doing attacks, because we can soak up some of those at least. So we're going to try to keep her, oh, there we go, getting more evades off. We're going to try to keep her stunned, because we do not want her to attack next rotation either. And we're going to keep the stun going. And another evade. So yeah, those guys are amazing to bring into the stage. That's why I prefer to have 2 of them. And taking a good chunk of damage there. But we got the evade off. Do a little bit of damage here. Got the additional attack, really nice. I think I have 1 path unlocked on this guy. that's pretty nice. They got the additional. Got a crit off. Oh, very nice. And another additional there. I think I also have one path unlocked on the Zamasu as well. So they're not too heavily invested in. But we'll go ahead and put that Trunks there, Trunks and Mai there, and try to get the Android 18 stunned again. And not too much damage, more evades, and maybe we can get the stun, if not finish him off. Maybe we can get a crit. Alright, we're going to get the crit, and that is going to be enough to finish him. And the additional attack, not too bad. Alright, so let's see if we can keep her stunned. We're not going to be able to keep her stunned. But Vegeta is going to deal a little bit of damage. And this Vegeta, the Easy A Tech Vegeta, I like bringing him in because he is a really good support unit for the rest of the team. And he also is a little bit self-sufficient. He's not going to be the MVP when it comes to dealing damage or tanking damage, but he does fairly well. And he also links really well with the LR Vegito Blue. Whenever they're on the same rotation, you want to put those guys together. And then also in his passive, if you have, all right, we got the stun off, very nice. If you have two Vegeta's family units on the team, he gives an attack and defense buff to everybody else on the team. So the LR Trunks and Mai obviously don't count as the Vegeta's family, but the Super Saiyan 2 Rage Trunks we have does count. So with those two guys on the team, you meet the requirements for his passive, and everybody gets a buff from that. So it's really nice there. Another reason why I really like to bring him in. And let's see what we can do this turn. Maybe get a stun off. Medium chance is not going to do it for us. Let's see if we can get that great chance to stun. Alright, so both of those guys failed to stun, unfortunately. We do have Vegeta up front. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in that spot because he does have the type advantage there. And then hopefully, if we can't finish her off this turn, hopefully we can get the stun on her again. Alright, and a little chunk of damage there. And we are going to get the stun. So this stage is in the bag. Very nice. I think we've only used one support item, so that's really good. So that's a reason why having the stun mechanic built in here to try to keep these guys stunned is really nice, because you don't have to worry about using items to stay alive. You can keep the enemy stunned, and then you can use type orbs for your character to heal up slowly, get closer to that Dokkan attack, and there we go, we're going to be able to finish her off. But yeah, that's another reason why having all of these stun units is really good, plus the fact that, like you've been seeing, the LR Trunks and Mai do end up evading a good chunk of attacks. Now, we're going to start out with an item on this one as well. So although we have only one unit that we're going against here, this guy does a lot of damage. And something you need to be careful of. Hopefully we can get the stun before he gets a chance to attack Mai, because Mai is type of disadvantage, and we're going to take a little bit of a risk here, but we're going to get the Dokkan attack off really nice. But if Cell gets the chance to attack 2 or 3 regular attacks or 1 super attack on Mai, I mean, you could be full health and it might even still end it. Let's see here. Alright, we're able to get all of those. But yeah, Mai, you want to keep her out of the line of fire as much as possible with this Cell, because he can end it in one turn from full health to nothing if Mai gets attacked enough. And let's see, we are able to get the stun, so that's really nice. But on the other hand, you do have a type advantage unit in this that is pretty much the arch nemesis to this Cell, and it is that Int Zamasu, and you can see him here on this rotation. I always keep him towards the front. I'm going to put him on first slot here. If you don't know about this mechanic already, obviously the first 2 units you have on rotation, they will come back in sooner rotations, whereas the unit you put on the 3rd slot for the rotation will come back like a couple turns, or sorry, 3 or 4 turns from now, versus the other 2 will show up sooner, is what I'm trying to say. So I want to keep that Zamasu coming back as much as possible, because if we can't get that stun off, then he'll be there to tank the damage, and he does a really good job. Even without an item, he does a pretty good job on tanking that. Okay, hopefully we don't take too much damage here. Oof, 150,000 just on that first slot. So you can see he's pumping out numbers. So we want to get him back under stun. Alright, very nice. Getting him stunned again. Unfortunately, we have all 3 of our stunners on this same rotation. That's going to kind of hurt us a little bit, because obviously we want to keep these guys a little bit spread out if possible. Obviously the rotations just happen to bring these guys back in to the same one, but we want to keep them on separate rotations when possible so we can keep him stun locked. So you can see here we're able to grab these orbs and heal up a little bit without using items, which is really nice. See if we can get a crit off with Vegito. Alright, not gonna get the crit, but anyway, yeah, so the Vegito and Vegeta Blue are pretty much best buddies on the rotation, so you always want to keep them next to each other. And we're gonna go ahead and, yeah, we're gonna use a Whis here, just in case we don't get the stun. We do not want to take an immense amount of damage from this Trunks. And we're gonna actually put that Mai on the back portion of the rotation. Again, we're going for the stun. You're going to hear me say it a lot. Like I said, the more stuns you get off, the better chance you obviously have of getting through this stage. Alright, a little bit of crit. Taking a super attack, hopefully not for too much damage. Okay, 43,000, not bad at all. And then he's getting double digits. Very nice there. Alright. Come on, medium chance to stun. Let's see what we can do here. And alright, very nice. That is exactly what we need. We'll be able to keep that stun going. Hopefully next rotation we'll have another chance to stun. Keep him under stun, and then we'll be able to finish him off. So it's all up to this Trunks and Mai. Again, I'm going to put that Zamasu as close as I can to the front of the rotation. I know it doesn't matter between the first and second slot, but I want the Trunks and Mai to be able to get that super off for the chance to stun. And Vegito Blue, hopefully he'll do a little chunk of damage to him. Alright, are we going to get the stun? Very nice, alright. Keeping us alive there. MVP, really and honestly, that LR Trunks and Mai, amazing with pretty much all of these stages because of that stun chance. Alright. So, if we can keep him stunned this turn into the next one, Mai will be on the next rotation, I believe, and then we can get that stun off again. We should have this one in the bag. Alright, and is the stun going to happen? No stun this time around. So we'll have to be careful next rotation. I think we also have that Int Zamasu next rotation as well. So we should be okay. Alright, getting the additional super attack off there. Pretty nice. Got a couple of hidden potential paths unlocked for him. So he does have a little bit of investment in him on that Vegeta. Alright, so see if that Zamasu can tank, the Mai can stun, and then if not, we've got the LR Trunks and Mai for the stun. Not too bad, 12,000 damage, we'll take it. Alright, Mai, please, with that great chance to stun. If she does not stun, this could be the end for us here. Okay, very nice. Whew, she's got the stun off, gonna keep us in the game. Because like I said earlier, if she takes any attacks from this cell, it could be the end completely. So we do not want her to take any attacks from him. Alright, we should be able to finish it off here. Go ahead, and Vegito Blue is going to get the Ultra off. So, punch this guy through the rocks and hopefully get some good damage, maybe a crit. If not, can we get a stun to ensure us for next turn? No, we're not going to get the stun, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think we're going to be able to end this guy right here. We're not going to be able to end him. Okay, so we are going to be going into the next rotation because I'm sure he's not going to do enough damage. Yep, so, well, we do have the Zamasu, so we'll do that again. We'll put him up front, and I'm just going to keep the Mai out of rotation here because the Vegeta and the Zamasu should do enough damage that we don't have to worry about the stun here. Hopefully that works out how I'm planning. We're going to start out with a super attack, of course. 66,000. Alright, we got a crit off there. Alright. Vegeta. And you can barely see his health bar. Hopefully Vegeta can finish him off. Maybe get a crit to ensure it. We got the crit, and we are able to finish it. Very nice. So second stage there. Yep, like I said, you just got to try to keep him stunned. Be careful with where you put that Mai, and keep that Zamasu in rotation as much as possible, and you should be fine. Alright, so this last one's a little tricky. I haven't beat this yet. We're going to start with a support item. Get a little bit of healing. We are getting close to the Dokkan attack. I've found that I'm going to try to get this Goku Black out of here first. I'm going to try to stun him and put as much damage as I can out on him, because he has ended me in one turn before with the super attack from full health. So we want to try to stun him so he doesn't get a chance to do that. And maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get the stun off. Hopefully these guys are these guys are Future Saga, so we are able to get those evades off. Beautiful mechanic that's coming in action right here. Very good, but we are not going to be able to dodge that one. That one hurt. 222,000, but can we start the stun lock on these guys? Medium chance. Alright, first stun. Very nice. Got him out until the till 2 rotations from now. Alright, hopefully can we get the stun on Zamasu as well and put both these guys out for the next rotation. We're not going to get the stun off on him, unfortunately, and we are really low on health. We're going to have to pop that Android 8, and he's going to give us, into the next rotation, he'll give us a little bit of a defensive boost. Zamasu should be able to tank some of these attacks here from Zamasu. We don't want that Vegeta to get attacked by Zamasu either, because these guys are pumping out crazy numbers of damage. So any type disadvantage attack you want to try to stay away from. Just go ahead and keep attacking that Goku Black. We are going to get the Dokkan attack off with the Vegeta this turn. With a little bit of healing there. So any damage we take this turn, we should be able to survive this turn. All of the damage we take, we should be able to heal most of it back up with the Dokkan attack. See if we can get all these. Oh, missed the middle two. Whoops. Oh well. See if we can get some a little bit of some damage here. Unfortunately, Zamasu's probably not going to take too much damage because it is type disadvantage on the attack all. Alright. Hopefully this Trunks will also be able to tank a good chunk of this damage from the Zamasu. Okay, less than 10,000, I'll take that. Alright, so the Mai is also... Let's go ahead and do another defensive item. Mai is also type advantage on that Goku Black, so that's really nice because she'll deal out a little extra damage. So we'll save her stun for him because she can do some extra damage there with that. And then Vegito, let's see if you can hit a crit on him with your max ultra super attack. Really nice there, more evades, beautiful. And we're only taking double digits, more evades. So yeah, these guys are Future Saga. So the evades should be happening quite a bit with that high chance, which is really helpful here. Saving us on a lot of damage, and they're getting the stun off. Can we get a dodge in? Oof, nope, we're not getting the dodge. But we do have the item active, luckily, so we didn't take too much damage. And we didn't get the stun in again on that Mai. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. We should be able to Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop the Whis, because these guys, I don't want to take the chance. We are running out of support items, but with that support item active, we should be able to tank a lot of that damage with the Zamasu. And we'll try to deal a little bit of extra damage here with Vegeta. Alright, got the evade in. Double digits, very nice. That's okay, a little bit of 122, barely over 100, not too bad. Alright. Come on, stun. And we get the stun. No stun still. But we are getting some evades in. Really, really useful there. This is getting down to the wire here, making me a little nervous. Because all it takes... Oof, this might not be good. Okay, with the items active, okay, alright. It didn't take too much there. Not too bad. Let's see here. We have got to try to get these guys stunned again. Man. Maybe we can save that item for later. We only have that one left. Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to do this, and then we'll see if we can't stun him. Because we want to get more damage in on that Goku Black, because he's almost dead. We want to try to finish him off. Alright, very nice. Get some more evades in. If we don't stun this guy, hopefully we got some more evades coming. Come on. Alright, there we go. Crit and a stun. Ooh, here we go. Super attack for 156,000. We're probably going to have to use that item next turn. And we get the stun. Stun lock these guys. We're not going to get that stun. We are getting really close to dying here. Hopefully he can tank some damage. Okay, very nice. We're going to have to pop that item. We are nowhere near Dokkan attack. Alright, so we may be able to finish off the Goku Black with these attacks. I want to try to stun this Zamasu, get him under stun, because he is evading, like, he is just not getting stunned. These characters just do not want to stun him. Try to get that Goku Black out of here. Very nice. Got some more evades. Come on. Hit that stun. Alright, finally. He is under stun. We have a pretty good... Things are looking pretty good now. Hopefully we can kill this Goku Black this turn. And then we only have to focus... Nope, we're not going to be able to finish him off. But as soon as we can get down to one unit, we should have this one in the bag. We're all out of items, obviously. Just try to get him under stun first off. And then we're going to keep target on him. For some reason, if he survives, he should be dead this turn. And luckily, Zamasu is stunned, so we don't have to worry about that third slot getting attacked. Alright, come on. Great chance to stun. Dang, man. It is a great chance to stun. That is one thing that is frustrating with RNG there. He just took a lot of damage just because she couldn't get that stun off. Come on. Wow. Again, RNG is just not liking us right now. Not giving us the stuns we need, but he should be dead here. Alright, there we go. Able to finish him off, and we're going to be taking an attack first thing, of course. Probably want to keep the tank unit here in the first slot. Hopefully he can mitigate some of our damage. Alright, come on. No super attack. Oy. Still a good chunk of damage. Alright, I have my fingers crossed right now. Come on, Trunks and Mai, you've got to get that stun off. We've got no other option. Come on. Alright, so we finally got that stun off on Zamasu. Hopefully we can keep him under stun, because we have no items left. We got that crit. We are getting him really low. Oh boy, here we go. So, if we can keep him stunned here, we're going to be able to finish this once and for all. One of the hardest Super Battle Road stages I've fought so far, just because the character pool is fairly limited. Alright, we're keeping the stun going. Very nice. So we're able to go into the next rotation with him stunned. So we should have it here. Another crit. There we go. That's what we like to see. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Future Saga Super Battle Road. That is a fight there, using every single one of our support items. That's going to be a first time clear for me. I had a good feeling though, because I've done this one quite a bit. But with this team, as you can see, we are able to pull off the win. We're able to get this one in the bag. So anyway, if you have any questions, be sure to comment down below. I'll try to answer any questions I can about team builds or any other things I'm doing during this. But I appreciate you checking out the video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I got more Super Battle Road videos on the way. Drop a like, and I'll catch you on the next one. Signing out.